Dave here with Half Dozen Customs. Just quick update on the Jeep here. There's been a lot of work done on it lately that I haven't videoed. Anybody who does YouTube videos like this, it takes a lot of time out of my day to do videos like this. So, you gotta set the cameras up, you gotta move them. You gotta record, you gotta talk. There's just a lot that goes on into videoing these. I get a few hours of record time, then I gotta go download everything to come back out and record again. So there's just a lot that goes on behind this recording stuff that is off camera, and it eats up a lot of my time to get stuff done on what I'm working on. So I spent like the last week or so just hammering some stuff out behind the scenes, off camera, just to get it done. So we did some work on this fender. I think I left off, I was putting a patch in right here where somebody had done some previous work. So I put that patch in, and I think that's where we left off. There was a patch back here that needed to be done. I got that done. There was a patch up at the top that needed to be done. I got that done. I built this box here to match these boxes here. I took the measurements from these and I made a match. Reason being that we made this box, they're factory. They had them on factory. Now the factory ones have like a bead rolled edge on each side, where this is a custom made bed, so they don't have the bead rolls in there. But we wanted to put this piece back in here. It was never on here before. We wanted to put it back in here so that it looked a little more factory. And then not only that, but this bed is two pieces joined together and welded down the center. Now, as you've seen in previous videos, we cut out this huge rotted section in here and we welded in a new piece. Well, where they originally welded the two pieces of metal together, they're like overlapped. They're not butted straight together. They're like overlapped with a big, huge, nasty weld. So when I put my new piece in, I made sure that everything stayed as straight as possible when I welded it in. I really tried real hard not to warp anything. But when it came to the center of the bed, where I met up with their previous work, it's quite sunk in the middle here, because it was sunk in previously and overlapped and bad welds and whatnot. So making this cap and putting it over it, it covered up most of that. So now I will take a little bit of body work on each side of it, because I got my patch in there and whatnot, and we'll take care of what's left with a little bit of body work. It's not much, but a little bit. But this really helped out with killing some bondo. We won't have this huge spot that we're gonna have to fill now. It'll just be a little bit on each side of this pillar. So we got that done. It's capped on the top, capped on the bottom. Originally this fender would have bolted to this, and that's why it was all rotted out on the top of the fender, because there was originally a hole in there and it just rotted away. I'm not making it bolt to that anymore. It's one less spot that you have to worry about in the future rotting out. So I did get this. There's a lower section like this that's in the back here. I can show you. So there's this lower section that's down here. It bolts up to the bottom of the bed, and then it bolts to the fender, and it kind of covers up the frame so that you don't see the frame. So I got that stripped down, cleaned up. There was probably an 1/8 inch of Bondo on it. For a couple of spots, there was a weld here for some reason, and then there's 3 welds here for some reason. It doesn't look to me like it was routed out at any point in time. I mean, there is some pitting, but I don't know if somebody had something mounted there previously or what was going on with that, but that was welded up. And then they have this mounting hole here that mounted to the frame. We're gonna lose this, and not, you know, it's a pretty stout place. I think we're gonna mount a piece of rubber on the back to the frame that kind of pushes up against this, so that we don't have any vibrations or anything like that. But we're gonna lose that mounting back there because it just didn't look good. It was, you know, flathead screw. It's a huge washer. It was just kind of ugly. But I'm gonna end up remaking this piece, just so that it's all nice and new, because I remade this new piece up here. This is all brand new here. And reason being is because previous work that was done to it, somebody used an Artic Cat sign. So this was the old piece that was on there. It looked okay, I guess. You know, it's made out of aluminum. If you can see the way that it's cut, like, it looks like they used like a hole punch nibbler to go along and cut it for some reason, because it looks like a saw blade going down it. Same thing with this edge. It was an Artic Cat sign. So we weren't gonna, you know, it's aluminum, it don't match the rest of the stuff. It doesn't belong on there, obviously. You know, whoever made it, I think they used a squirrel to cut everything out, to just nibble away at it. So I made this new piece, and it came out super nice. And the owner of the vehicle seen it and said, just remake all of them. Make a new one for the other side, make 2 new ones for the back. When we go to do the back, that'll be cool to do the back, because it actually has a lip that folds under and wraps around it. So we're gonna make a buck, and we're gonna sandwich it in the buck, and it'll all get, you know, clamped together and viced together, and then, you know, we're gonna hammer and dolly it and work it and make it fit the form of the buck. So that'll be cool. That'll be an interesting video. So I moved on after I got that done. I moved on to this piece, which is supposed to be a step for you to step on. It does get there's supposed to be a bolt that goes through, that bolts down to the frame of the truck. Again, I think we're gonna mount a piece of rubber on that frame, and this thing is just gonna sit on the rubber of the frame, so that there's no more bolt hole there. For one, the bolt, you know, it was a flathead screw with a large washer. It looked horrible. It was a spot that it rusted out. We're gonna change up a little the way that it was mounted. You can see it has a little deflection here. I think I'm gonna build some kind of brace back here that goes to this bolt, and we'll mount it up to the bottom of the bed here. So it'll have a brace that is behind the scenes. You won't see it, and it'll keep this from moving. Almost like the lower quarters on a newer truck has a brace that goes from the lower part of the quarter up to the floor of the bed floor, and it keeps the bottom of the quarters from moving. So we're gonna do the same kind of thing here, just build a little brace there. But this piece, I stripped this one down just because I wanted to see what was underneath it. Where it bolted down here to the frame, it was a 1/2 inch thick of Bondo. This entire thing was anywhere between a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch thick. The entire thing. And it's, you know, this back here is okay. They cut this out and removed a section out of it. It is overlapping this piece. And then this front piece is part of the original thing. This back piece is original. This front piece is original. They replaced the center for some reason. The center piece overlaps the back, but the front overlaps the patch. Like, I mean, it is bad. It is bent out of shape. It is tweaked. It's ugly. So, and then this corner looks like it had been ripped off at one point in time. They welded that back on. So it's in pretty bad shape. So, I'm gonna measure out like probably a 1/2 inch to an inch from each roll edge back, that side. And we're going to follow it around, and I'm going to cut out this whole center section, and we're going to replace the center section. That's what I'm getting ready to work on now, is that piece. From the factory, it has 3 like bead rolled lines down there for you to step on and hold your strength and whatnot. Nobody's ever going to step on this, hopefully. I know the owner of the truck, you know, he's not ever going to step on it, so you know, so we don't have to worry about too much. But we're going to try and make it look like it was a factory piece again, along with cleaning up this disaster of a piece that was there. So so we're going to save this piece. We're just going to cut out all the bad stuff, weld in some new stuff that'll get bead rolled and make it look nice and factory and all that stuff. So that's where we're at on the Jeep. Moving forward, so next video will be me working on this step section here. So we got some new tools in house that we're going to be using, so you guys will get to see those in the video. And yeah, so thank you for joining us. I think I babbled on long enough. Hopefully I didn't bore nobody. Hopefully you guys were entertained enough with me explaining what was going on that you guys stuck around to the end of the video. So see you guys in the next one. Remember, like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. I'm out.